how Kazakh national identity and culture awakened in the 1960s to 1980s. During the 1960s to 1980s, despite strong pressure from Soviet ideology, the awakening of Kazakh national identity began. The Soviet national aimed to create a unified cultural community where national distinctions were suppressed. However, this very pressure triggered the opposite effect, an increased interest in native traditions, language, and culture. This period marked a time when the Kazakh people began to return to their roots, recognizing the significance of their unique story, literature, and art. Development of Kazakh literature and art. Kazakh literature during the period became a powerful tool for expressing national consciousness. Prominent writers like Mukhtar Awezov and Ujat Süleymanov played significant roles. Awezov's works, especially his famous novel The Path of Abay, reflected deep philosophical reflections on Kazakh culture, its roots and its failures. In 1975, Ujat Süleymanov released the book Az İya, which reviewed the unique role of Turkish people in world history. This work sparked wide resonance despite partial criticism from Soviet authorities. Cinema also became an essential part of cultural awakening. Films like My Name is Koja depicted the lives of ordinary Kazakh children, their values and traditions. These works highlighted the importance of preserving national identity in the globalized world. Musical art experienced a revival through national ensembles like Otrar Sazı, led by Nurgis Atlindiyev. The sound of the tambura and cues became symbols of cultural heritage. Increased interest in national history. The 1960s to 1980s saw a growing interest in studying the national history of Kazakhstan. Scholars began to delve deeper into the era of the Kazakh Khanate, the heroic deeds of Batyrs, and the rich history of the Great Steppe. Studies focusing on figures such as Ablay Khan, a symbol of unity and independence, became especially popular. Parallel to academic research, oral traditions like the epics Koplandy Batır and Yer Tarhan were revived. These works conveyed the ideas of heroism, loyalty to one's roots, and patriotism. National history became a source of pride, and the popularization of historical heroes in literature, art, and mass culture helped maintain identity under the dominance of Soviet Union. Revival of language and national identity. Despite Russification, the Kazakh language gradually regained its prominence. School began introducing education in Kazakh, and the number of publications in the native language increased. Newspaper, magazines, and books dedicated to national issues. They were widely read, strengthening the sense of belonging to the culture. Folk art played a special role in awakening national identity. Ensembles and choirs performing traditional Kazakh songs became an integral part of cultural life. The emergent folk collectives, such as the ensemble Otrar Sazı, allowed a broad audience to hear the authentic sound of Kazakh music. The Kazakh language and culture became tools for preserving the unique national identity despite mass assimilation policies. Thus, the 1960s to 80s became a significant period for the preservation and development of Kazakh national identity and culture. Literature, art, history, and language combined into a powerful source that helped the Kazakh people overcome the cultural pressure of Soviet rule. This period demonstrated that even under restrictions, it is possible to preserve one's uniqueness, understand one's roots, and take pride in one's heritage. The cultural awakening during these years laid the foundation for its further development after Kazakhstan gained independence. The Kazakh people managed to preserve and enhance their traditions, which today are an important part of global cultural heritage. The Dost Mukasan group became especially popular among young people in the 60s to 80s, making a significant contribution to the awakening of Kazakh national identity and culture. The ensemble songs such as Tojırı, Kuanışım Menin, Soul Kız became popular due to the fact that they conveyed national values through music understandable to a new generation. These works not only emphasized national identity but also demonstrated the possibilities of harmoniously combining traditional motifs with modern genres music. These songs were performed in the Kazakh language, which contribution to its popularization in the context of Russification, strengthening the interest of young people in their native culture and language. Group not only became successful, but also a symbol of new wave Kazakh youth who sought to preserve their culture and develop